On today's grand stage, our master brewers are going to partake in a worldwide phenomenon. They will each have 20 minutes and 3 ingredients to build a deck and face off on the field of battle. Thoralf today will be playing with Trade Routes, Skill Borrower, and Equilibrium. And Loading Ready Run will be cooking with Custody Battle, Captain Rex Nebula, and Mage's Contest. You each have 20 minutes. Start cooking.
I don't know what to do because these cards have negative synergy together.
My feeling says the one card to break the most is Skill Borrower.
Mage's Contest could kill us, or at least make us have very little life total.
But aren't there cards that care about not having a good amount of life?
Well, if you have activated abilities, there are crazy activated abilities. So what's the craziest you can do?
Ring.
No. We're looking for crazier. So I have an idea.
They do have something that I think we're all about to experience, which is a near-death experience. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 1 life, you win the game.
Arcanist. Arcanist is a good start. What is an activated ability that wins the game? Like, what is a good activated ability?
Look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm R&D.
What does that do?
It's a little hard to parse the way that it's written, but basically you can change numbers slightly. So with near-death experience, we could still win if we were at 2.
What about Kiki Jiki? Oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas.
Okay, but like we can give things, right? So
Yes.
what if we gave Thoralf an Archfiend of the Dross?
We strategically lose the custody battle,
Yes.
and then he loses the game.
Sometimes it's good to not love your children. I don't love anything from Phyrexia. I hate that plane.
Hey Kathleen,
Yes.
I'm looking at our plate here, and this looks disgusting.
Yes.
Are we supposed to eat this? I mean, play with this? Not actually eat. I don't actually think we're gonna eat this.
Okay, Kiki Jikis. Only 3. Where's Kiki Jiki?
Can we figure out a way to fit a transformer into this deck? I don't know if it's good. I just like the transformers. But they're robots in disguise. Food fight? There's cards in here I've never heard of.
Hey, should we put Kraken's Eye in? When a player casts a blue spell, you may gain 1 life.
Mythic, red, black. Okay. Thundermore heaven. No. Okay, focus. We need an activated ability that deals damage. We're going old school. Then we sack all of our skill borrowers to deal 1 damage each, which is 1,000,000 damage because we have 1,000,000 tokens.
Hey, Graham.
Yeah.
Hidetsugu's second right. This card is bad, but we could make our life total 10 very easily. That's only 5 pain lands.
We don't want to make our life total 10. That kills us.
I'm helping.
Thoralf, tell us what you brewed today.
So you went out of your way to make all of those not go together, but we make it work. We have Glacial Chasm for trade routes, which means we're basically indestructible because we can take it back, don't need to pay any upkeep. Perfect, but the main course, the finale, the actual great thing is we have Skill Borrower, and Skill Borrower takes abilities. But if you take a Kiki Jiki ability, Skill Borrower isn't legendary, it's just a Skill Borrower. So you can make infinite copies and then shoot them, voila.
That's 1 spicy dish. I hope Loading Ready Run came with a lot of milk. So Thoralf brewed a course that is best served hot. Now you guys, are we playing sweet or savory?
I don't know, but it's 3 cards with negative synergy. Luckily, we have some lovely ingredients for everyone to enjoy, starting with an amuse-bouche of an Ichor Wellspring. It's the tasteless green salad of this deck.
And if Rex Nebula blows it up, we draw a card. That's good enough, right?
After paying nearly all of our life total to a Mage's Contest, we have our main course of near-death experience with a side of look at me, I'm R&D.
That's in case we're at 2 instead of 1.
If we can contrive Thoralf to pay his own life down to 10, it's time for Hidetsugu's second course. Right, second right.
No, you were right.
Of course.
Now that our contestants have cooked, it's dinner time. You may.
Thank you.
Thoralf? Oh yeah, it's a hot deck. Good appetit.
Blood Crypt. I'm not paying life.
I'll draw. I see you also in the shock business tapped. So I'll play as tapped, Steam wins, and pay the turn.
Yes, play a second land. Good, yes.
I appreciate your advice. Sulphurous Springs, Talisman of Conviction. It taps for colorless or red or white, but if I tap it for a color, it deals 1 damage.
And you have a Sulphur Springs. So you like dealing damage to yourself.
Yep.
I think that's a great plan.
I'll draw. I'll play a Volrath Stronghold. It's a legendary land and it makes a colorless mana. But for 1 and black, I can put a creature card from my graveyard on top of my library, which is relevant because that's where they belong to be. But for now, I play a Wandering Atlas. It's a 2-mana 1/1, and for tapping, I put a land from my hand onto the battlefield.
All right, going to tap all our mana, do 1 damage to us for white, and play Captain Rex Nebula. He's a 2/2 human pilot employee. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target non-land permanent you control becomes a vehicle artifact until end of turn. Its base power and toughness are each equal to its mana value. It has crew 2 and crash land. Whenever this vehicle deals damage, roll a 6-sided die. If the result is equal to the vehicle's mana value, it deals that much damage to any target and sacrifice this vehicle. That first part isn't a May, so I move to combat. This talisman becomes a vehicle, and then I go to the end of my turn, and then it's not a vehicle anymore.
No matter what it is.
Yeah, Rex Nebula can pilot anything badly.
On tap. I will make a colorless mana and then play a Dimir Aqueduct, which is a bounce land. It comes to play, it returns my stronghold. Then I will tap my Atlas to put it back into play. Still have 1 mana, and now with the 2, we'll play a Skill Borrower. It's just a 1/3 creature, and from now on, I play with my top card revealed. If this is a creature or artifact, this card has all the abilities of it. So right now, it's not only a 1/3, because there's nothing, but if it ever happens to be a dinosaur who made Ace-8 dinosaurs, could be possible.
I don't see green in that deck, but we'll see what he cooked up.
Gonna play this Fetid Heath.
And think about your life choices that have led you to this moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feeling underprepared?
a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you can do this.
Thank you.
I'm helping.
Hey, let's move to combat, and this talisman turns into a creature. Or sorry, a vehicle. Should we pilot this talisman over there?
Beep, beep.
Let's do it. Captain Nebula is crewing this talisman of conviction, and I'm attacking you.
It's a 2/2. My Skill Borrower could die if I block.
Yes.
I will take it.
Okay, but we still have to roll.
Yes, on a 2, you deal 2 damage.
Yep.
And the talisman blows up.
Okay.
No.
So you did not crash land.
Correct. We were able to successfully pilot this talisman of conviction.
Okay.
All right.
I'm convinced.
You're convicted.
I haven't done anything yet. You can't prove that in court.
I like how there is you can prove that instead of I'm innocent.
Second main, we're going to have an argument.
I didn't do it.
Critically for now, I think we should ask the skill borrower where they would rather be, because I'm going to enchant it with Custody Battle.
What does that do?
The creature gains at the beginning of your upkeep, either give it to us or sack a land. Pass the turn.
So now I have to prove that
How much you love it.
It's my favorite child. Upkeep. I will pay blue and play a Brainstorm.
Sure.
So now I draw 3 and put 2 back. Because of showing the top card, you actually do see all of those 3 cards.
All right.
So I will draw this and the Mock Fanatic and another Mock Fanatic. And then while I draw those, I will put those on top of my head.
So while Brainstorm's resolving, skill borrower is a Kiki-Jiki, but you can't use it while...
I can't use it yet.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Now, actually, it is my favorite child. I've changed my mind. I thought maybe it's not even that important. Okay, so Kiki-Jiki will go back. I will put... actually, you don't see that card. You don't see that this is a Mock Fanatic. But, whoosh, oh, you know those tricks where they show you a card, like this is a Mock Fanatic? But was it a Mock Fanatic or was it the 8 of Spades? Well, anyway, I put 2 back. Now, I will sacrifice my land for my skill borrower. I will not draw a card because I will cast a second Brainstorm. So we'll draw this, and this, and this, and there's another thing. Don't worry about it. It won't come. Put 2 back. So now we have a skill borrower that is a Kiki-Jiki. It now taps to make a copy of a non-legendary creature, namely itself, because it's not a legendary creature like Kiki-Jiki. So I will tap the skill borrower and make a copy. I will use the copy to make a copy of it, because it's a skill borrower that has a Kiki-Jiki.
So it has haste,
It has haste.
And can tap to make a copy of itself. How many copies would you like to make, Thoralf? Is it infinite?
Unfortunately, infinite is out of my reach. I will make infinite -1.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that a number? No, that's not. A million. A million.
A million, okay. Writes down 1 million skill borrowers.
I make as many as there are salt kernels in the universe.
So you have 1 million Kiki-Jikis, but 999,999 of them are tapped. Have you drawn a card yet? You haven't even, this is all still in the upkeep.
Exactly. I'll draw a card. All of those are not Kiki-Jikis anymore. They're now Mock Fanatics.
Oh!
So I would like to sack one of them to deal 1 damage to you.
Yes.
I would like to sack another one to deal 1 damage to you.
Okay, wait, let's see where he's going with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Life total?
You've already sacked 2 of them?
It's like
Yeah.
getting the pepper, like, say when. And it's like, no.
No, it's like that guy with the Parmesan cheese.
It's like anytime you want to stop, it's like, oh.
Game 2?
All right, I'm gonna start with a Blood Crypt tapped. Go ahead.
I will draw and play a Mercury Mire tapped, which would bring a creature on the top of my library, but there's nothing. So it's just this one.
Untap, draw. I'll play a Sulphurous Springs, which can tap for colorless or red or black, but at the cost of 1 damage. And I will tap both of these for a Talisman of Hierarchy, which does a very similar thing, except if it taps for black or white, it does 1 damage. Go ahead.
It's the same vehicle, but different. I will play a Drownia Temple, which taps for colorless, but I can also return it from my graveyard into play for 3 colorless.
That's anti-custody battle tech.
Yes, it is. Oh. I will pay 2 to cast a Wandering Atlas.
This is parental isolation.
Imagine you're a librarian and you wake up and you go to your library in the morning and your atlas has just buggered off.
Oh yeah, I hate it. Like you just want to look at Spain and then all of a sudden it's just...
There's an atlas-shaped hole in the door and you're just like, every time. All right, untap, draw. I'll play another Blood Crypt, tapped again, but now I'm gonna tap like this for a white, so we take 1 damage for, look at me, I'm R&D. It's a silver border card.
Are we even allowed to play silver board cards?
No one told us we couldn't.
That's true.
I mean, that's technically correct.
That's the best kind of correct.
Captain Rex Nebula's in the deck, so we figured,
True. No, that's a fair point.
just to be clear, it's 2 and a white and an enchantment. As it enters the battlefield, we choose a number and then a second number that is either 1 higher or 1 lower than the first number, and all instances of the chosen number on permanent spells and cards become the second number instead. And so we're gonna change 1s into 0s.
That kills my Atlas.
Yes. It also means Mog Fanatic sacrifices for 0 damage.
And the Talisman of Hierarchy doesn't hurt us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have enchantment removal?
I'm not obliged to answer that. All right, well, we'll see. We still have the powerful 2/2 creatures in my deck. I'll play a Steven's Untapped, which costs me 2 life. I will tap a blue to cast Trade Routes. Now, normally it costs 2, but thanks to you, it costs 1.
You're welcome.
And now for 1 mana, well, actually, let me stretch it. For 0 mana, oh no! I can return a land from my battlefield onto the hand, or discard a land to draw. Fortunately, it's a card, not 1 card. It's your turn.
That is very symmetrical, which is nice.
Let's do this. Let's play a yet further Blood Crypt and then tap the mana that we do have for an Archfiend of the Dross.
Oh lord, yes.
So it's a 6/6 flyer for 4 mana and it enters with 4 oil counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Archfiend of the Dross. Then if it has no oil counters on it, we lose the game. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, its controller loses 2 life. Yeah, go ahead.
I will untap and draw a card. I will pay 0 to throw away my Glacier Chasm. That is a land that costs me a land when I play it and has cumulative up to 2 life, but you cannot be attacked and all damage to you is reduced to 0. So I will draw a card. I will discard a Drownia Temple, also for 0. A Drownia Temple, also for 0. I will tap 3 to put one of the Drownia Temples onto the battlefield tap. And then for my last trick, I will play an Echoing Deeps tapped, because when it comes into play, it copies 1 land in my graveyard, which is going to be a Glacier Chasm. So that means I have to sacrifice a land. But now, every damage I get is reduced to 0, and you can't attack me.
So Glacial Chasm, it's 2 cumulative upkeep of 2 life.
Yes, but because of Trade Routes, I can return lands to my hand, and then play them again, and then I can bring those into battlefield. Like, basically, I don't take any damage.
Okay.
That's so clever. It's like he's a professional player.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Really whipping those lands to stiff peaks.
In your upkeep,
Yeah, in my upkeep, this loses an oil counter, and we draw a card. So if we attack you, you take 0 damage.
that is correct.
I think we should attack him anyhow, just to send a message.
I agree. Attack.
We'll take 0 damage.
Okay.
'Kay.
Fair enough. Good. I'm glad we had that talk. I'll play a Battlefield Forge, which taps for 1 colorless or red or white, and normally deals 1 damage when it does that, but in this case, it does none of that. I'm going to tap all my mana. For context, I'm tapping for the colored mana on all 3 of these, just for the maximum value of taking no damage to do
Because
so.
you can, yes.
Even though all I'm doing is casting a Mind Slaver.
No.
Go ahead.
Oh, that is just awful. Upkeep. I will pay 2 life for my Chasm, and I will draw a card. Now, I will tap 3 to cast a Skill Borer. Now we've seen Skill Boron. It's the card that makes the deck go. Unfortunately, for now, it's a 0/3. Doesn't even have power. And I don't even know. Ooh, Brainstorm. That's very good.
It's also a brainstorm.
It has activated abilities of a Brainstorm. That is correct. Then for 0, I will return the Mercury Mire and play it, because I didn't play it yet. And I will put my Wandering Atlas on top of my level. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep goes to 2 oil counters.
So you do have a plan for this thing, right?
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a plan, actually.
Totally didn't just rip it off the top.
You didn't have a plan before?
No, well, we had a plan.
Yeah,
we just
in
hadn't.
deck building, we had a plan.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna play a Fetid Heath. All right, we're gonna tap 2 and play Talisman of Conviction, which does the same thing as the Talisman of Hierarchy, but for different colors. We're going to do 4 mana to activate Mindslaver. And lastly, because you were curious what the plan was, we're gonna have a custody battle
Of a demon?
over this Archfiend of the Dross.
Because we don't want it. I don't like Phyrexians.
No.
I've decided.
Wait, you're introducing a custody battle of your own creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of harsh.
Well, it's really sticky and covered in oil.
Yeah.
So you're going with, I love all my kids equally and equally a 0.
Yes. I
Yes,
love all
yes.
Phyrexians the same.
Great. Should we attack to send a message again?
Yeah.
Great.
Probably.
We'll attack.
I still take no damage. Oh, but I also have 1 H counter on it.
Pass the turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
I will
But
untap.
it's our turn.
It is your turn. You have access to my hand.
Oh boy. All right. So Skill Borrower, another Trade Routes, River Song, Kiki Jiki, Arcanus the Omnipotent, and a Brainstorm.
You know, I think his deck might be better than ours.
I think so. So upkeep,
You have to pay for it, Glacier Cousin.
a second age counter goes on there. You know what? Let's pay the life.
I think that's a great idea.
Pay for life. Then I guess we draw
Yeah. We have
another Brainstorm. Cool. Well, in interest of being particularly hateful, let's tap some mana to play this Wandering Atlas.
That's just rude.
Look, the Atlas needs to learn that it can't just go wandering off to the graveyard with it.
It wanders off to the graveyard.
Yeah.
I would also point out that, you know, this is a cooking themed show. One must break a few eggs / atlases in order to make a few omelets / demoralizing Thoralfs.
Yes.
I feel you. I'm sorry.
So then let's use Trade Routes for free to return all 4 of those lands to your hand. And
You're enjoying this, yeah?
oh yeah, let's also just discard those lands too.
All right. Yeah, sure. Okay.
See if we can leave you with 0 lands. Not that I think it matters, assuming that this all works out correctly, but
So now it is another Brainstorm and a Predict and a Buried Alive, and it is an Equilibrium.
yeah. Then
They
I
have a lot
guess.
of floating mana.
Uh-huh.
Should we brainstorm? I'm not convinced we can do it correctly.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. I think we just passed the turn.
Yeah. Oh, well, we gotta go discard.
Let's discard. We've got 10. Let's discard 3 Brainstorms.
That's a good idea. It's very difficult to play the card.
I mean, that's correct.
I've finally brainstormed correctly.
The only winning move is not to play.
So then, yeah, let's pass the turn back to us.
Okay, I will return my lands. Well, that wasn't too bad.
We untap, and during our upkeep, we tick this down to 1 oil counter, and we have another upkeep trigger for the custody battle. You know what? I like all of our lands. Let's not sacrifice a land. Let's just relinquish control of this Archfiend to Thoralf.
But it is so generous.
And I guess we'll draw a card for the turn. Cool. Pass?
Look, we found this moldy sausage. Do you want to use it for your dish? Upkeep.
Yep.
At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter. Then if it has no oil counters, you...
What was that, sorry?
I can give it to you because I don't have lands, but I still die to it. All right, my friends, we're cooking. Oh, yeah. Get your dirt back.
We're cooking with oil.
I just suggested the card because it was hateful.
All right, the third course.
Actually, dessert is just the best one.
It is.
I have a proposal.
Yeah?
Shouldn't we just start with dessert just generally? Like imagine like your life without any of the other things.
I mean, children would be happy.
I'd be happy. Though I guess on some
That's what she said.
on some level, yeah. On some level, I am a child.
Shouldn't have
Okay,
invited me.
but no fun. I'm gonna keep. You do?
Same.
No, that
Very-
seems good.
I'll play a Mortuary Mire tap, and it's your turn.
Sounds good. I'm gonna draw and play this tapped Blood Crypt. Go ahead. Okay, Blood
Untap.
Crypt on turn 1 every game. Pretty good.
Draw. That's consistency. This is not consistency. I will play a Demi Aqueduct and return my Mercury Maya, which is card advantage.
That's true.
Go.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna play a Flagstones of Trocaire. This is our own anti-custody battle tech.
Yeah, but we can only do that once and not infinitely like he can. So like he's got like a Switch and we just have a Wii.
Right. I'm gonna play this plank, this Ichor Wellspring.
Oh, very good.
It enters play and we draw a card.
I heard it's a very good vehicle.
Exactly, because then if it dies, we also get to draw a card, which is pretty cool.
That's the level of technique I'm bringing to this.
It looks like a very fragile vehicle, though.
I want to get a really long stick. I do not want to be close. I just want to. Yeah, that's the turn. Go ahead.
Anti-blend, 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 anti-blend. Well, okay, then next turn. I will play a Trade Routes. We know the card. I can, for 1 mana, this time it's actually 1 mana. Discard a land, draw a card.
Yeah.
Or return a land to my battlefield. And I'll play the Mercury Maya and pass the turn.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be paying full price for those trade routes now.
Oh, that's so unfair.
We'll play a Sulphurous Springs. It taps for colorless or mana, but it hurts to do that. That's the turn. Go ahead.
Untap, draw. I will tap 3 and play the Skill Borer, which then reveals the top card of my library.
Before you reveal that, I would like to fight about it. Let's have a Mage's Contest. So, the way that this works is, starting with me, we take turns bidding life. According to the card, we start with a high bid of 1, and then you can bid back and forth. We're both at 20 still.
You're at 19.
Oh yeah, I'm at 9. We're at 19.
Okay.
Seems like you're starting off the wrong foot.
Yeah, and then if we win the bid, the spell's countered. If you win the bid, you get the spell. So yeah, 1.
2.
5.
Whoa,
We're 19. Life's a resource.
5.
For the future, this is legally binding, right? Okay.
Yeah, no, I stand on 5 as well. Yeah.
But 5 is still a very good offer for my best card. I will pay 6.
His best card.
His best card? Could juice the numbers higher, Graham.
All
More
right.
bidding.
7.
9.
Does that mean no?
No, I don't speak German.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have nothing going on. Even if you play the vehicle person,
We could hit you for 2.
I'm not afraid of that.
He's not afraid of that. That's right. He shouldn't be afraid of it, but it could happen.
I mean, I'd be afraid of that if I was standing close to it when I popped it.
Oh, think of the smell.
10, sure.
What? 10?
Can we keep bidding?
No.
Oh,
Let's leave it there, please.
It's too much?
that's fine.
I think it's good to spend 3 mana and deal 10.
Let me rephrase that. You spend 3 mana, including life,
Yeah.
Yes.
to basically not use a card. I guess 10 damage is not that bad for 3 mana.
That's incredibly good. I don't know. I think it's a fair trade.
Okay, then we'll read it.
Oh, Arcanus. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Are you afraid?
I'm doing okay.
Go.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to play a Godless Shrine. We don't have to, but let's play a Godless Shrine and pay the life for it because we're at this point, we're just styling. Because it's time for Hidetsugu's second right.
I feel a bit bad, honestly.
A little.
You! Oh, I just bet 5. I'm out of control. I know. You planned this.
I am a professional now.
I know. Yeah. I mean, you know that's even one of my favorite cards.
I didn't know that was. Now I feel even a little bit worse. I mean, just a little bit.
It's just an honor. That's great. Well done. Beautiful. I'm at 10. Yes. Can you read it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
If target player has exactly 10 life, Hidetsugu's second right deals 10 damage to that player.
I don't think that either of these kitchens are making good dishes.
Honestly, no.
Sometimes it's just about like having not the worst deal.
That's true. That's true. Like we haven't served a good dish, but we've ruined yours.
If there are 2 restaurants and just one is horrible, you just need to be like average.
Yeah.